Tonight, we find ourselves suspended between the known and the infinite. What if distance is just a thought we haven't learned to let go of? You are not moving. You are simply allowing the universe to unfold around you. This is a space documentary for sleep, a journey mapped in 432 Hz, a slow drift toward the Goldilocks zones where stars hold planets in a perfect, silent embrace. Imagine a world where the sun never sets, not because it's always day, but because the entire sky is a slow, fading bruise of red and violet. You are weightless, your breath slows. The ship is not a machine, it's a whisper. The question isn't whether life exists out there. The question is whether we are ready to recognize it when it looks nothing like us. Let the galaxy breathe with you. For deep sleep, for cosmic relaxation, for the quiet hum of a star that has never known your name. And so the journey begins. Not with a launch, but with a release. You drift past worlds where oceans glow with bioluminescent tides, each wave a soft pulse of blue-green light. There is no pressure here, no gravity telling you where to go, just the slow, patient orbit of worlds that have never seen a sunrise. They have only known the dim, steady warmth of a star that never blinks. You wonder what makes a world feel like home. Not your home, but home for something. Imagine a star, any star. It pours out light and heat, but the light spreads thin like ripples on a pond, and the heat fades with distance. Too close to the star, and the surface boils. Oceans hiss away into space. Too far, and everything freezes. Even the air becomes a layer of frost. But somewhere in between, there is a belt. A gentle ring of possibility. We call it the Goldilocks zone. Not because of a fairy tale, but because it feels familiar. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. But just right is a narrow ledge. On Earth, that ledge is only about 20 million kilometers wide. A sliver, a thin ribbon of space where water can stay liquid. And liquid water, it's not just for drinking. It's a solvent, a liquid that can carry molecules, that can let them bump into each other. And when they bump, sometimes they stick. And that sticking, that slow, accidental clinging, is the first whisper of life. But the star has to be patient. It can't flare too often. It can't change its brightness too quickly. Our sun is steady, a calm, middle-aged star. But red dwarfs like Proxima Centauri flicker. They erupt. Their warmth is not a steady glow. It's a pulse, a nervous heartbeat. And so a world in that zone, it doesn't just need the right distance, it needs a star that can hold still. But let's go closer. Let's visit a world that might be just right. Kepler 186f, a planet about the same size as Earth, orbiting a star cooler and dimmer than our Sun. Its year is only 130 days. Imagine that, a birthday every 4 months. But the light there is a deep orange, like the last hour of an autumn afternoon. The sun never rises high, it hangs low, always near the horizon. And the sky, it might be a pale green or a soft lavender. Scientists can't know for sure, but you can imagine. A world where the plants are not green, they are black, absorbing every photon from a stingy star. You stand there. No, you float. There's no ground like Earth, just a rocky surface, maybe covered in a thin layer of frost. The gravity is a little stronger than what you know. You feel heavy, but not uncomfortable, like lying under a thick blanket. Now, let's move further out, to the edge of the habitable zone, where the warmth is barely enough. A world like TRAPPIST-1e, orbiting an ultra-cool dwarf. Here the star is so faint that the planet's day side is like a permanent twilight. The night side, it is forever dark, forever cold. But if the planet is tidally locked, one face always toward the star, then on the terminator, that thin line between day and night, there might be a ring of eternal dawn, a place where the temperature is just above freezing. And on that ring, if water exists, it could form rivers, lakes, not blue, but a deep amber, tinted by the faint star's light. You could stand there, at the edge of light, with 1 foot in shadow, 1 foot in a dim glow, and you would see no sunrise, no sunset, just a fixed star, hanging forever in the same spot. This is what it means to be habitable. Not paradise, not a second Earth, just a place where the chemistry can work, where the temperature allows water to stay liquid, where the star is steady enough and the atmosphere, if there is one, doesn't get stripped away. It's a fragile balance, like holding a breath. The universe is filled with planets, billions in our galaxy alone, but the ones that sit in that thin belt, the ones that have the right mix, they are rare. And yet, as you drift through this slow journey, you begin to feel it. The quiet hum of potential. Every world we pass, every dim star we circle, they are not just rocks in space, they are possibilities. Holding the possibility of something else, something that breathes, or thinks, or simply waits. But you are not here to find them. You are here to let go, to let your mind unwind, like an orbit, slow, predictable. Let the Goldilocks zone become a metaphor, not just for planets, but for your own rest. Not too awake, not too asleep, just right. And so we continue, drifting from one star to the next, watching the light shift, each world a whisper, an invitation to float a little longer. And now we drift toward another shore, a world where the ocean is not water, but something else, something that reflects a silver light. The sky here is a deep indigo, almost black, but soft, like velvet. You feel no cold, no warmth, just a quiet hum beneath you. The hum of a planet breathing, very slowly. Frozen clouds hang still, unmoving. They have not shifted in a million years, and they do not need to. Let this stillness enter you. Let the planet teach you its patience. There is no destination, only the drift. You are drifting now. Not falling, not floating, drifting. Somewhere ahead, a star flickers. Not like our sun, this one pulses, a slow rhythm, like a heartbeat heard through water. The planet beneath you has no name, not yet. The humans who will one day give it a name are not yet born. Its surface is a pale lavender, not from plants, from something else, a mineral dust that catches the starlight. You wonder if there are oceans. There are, but they are not water. They are liquid methane, cold, dense. And yet, in that cold, there might be something moving. Very slowly, at the edge of what you can sense. The temperature here is a steady minus 180 degrees Celsius, but to you it feels like nothing at all, because you are not here. You are in a dream, and in that dream, the rules of physics are suggestions. You watch a moon rise. It is enormous. It fills half the sky. It is cracked, fissured, and from those cracks a faint glow seeps out. Not fire, not light, something else. A kind of pressure that your eyes cannot name. This moon is tidally locked, one face always toward the planet, the other face always toward the dark. The dark side is where the glow comes from. You begin to understand, not with your mind, with something deeper. The glow is not a chemical reaction, it is a release. Deep within that moon, there are particles that barely interact with anything. They pass through rock as if it were shadow. And sometimes, very rarely, one of them touches another. In that touch, a flash, a tiny annihilation, a whisper of energy that travels upward through the ice. You do not know the name for this yet. The humans call it dark matter. But here, in this dream, it is just a presence, a quiet thing that lives in the cold. You drift closer to the moon's surface. The ice is not smooth, it is ruffled, folded, like a blanket that has been turned over many times. Beneath the ice, there is pressure, not heat, pressure. Enough to make methane behave strangely, to flow upward against gravity. You imagine a droplet rising, slow, impossible, and yet it happens, because sometimes the rules bend. The star pulses again, a little faster now. You feel a slight warmth, not on your skin, in your chest. This star is a red dwarf, small, old. It has been burning for 100 billion years. It will burn for 100 billion more. And in that immense patience, it has learned to be gentle. Its flares are rare, its fury is spent. It gives warmth like a grandmother gives bread, slow, steady. The planet you left behind, the one with frozen clouds, is now a memory. You are somewhere else, between worlds, in the quiet space where gravity barely holds. Here the light is different. It comes from many stars at once, a soft haze of tired suns. You close your eyes, and when you open them, you are inside a nebula. Not the bright ones you see in pictures, a dim one, a billion years old. The gas is thin, thinner than any vacuum humans have made, but it is not empty, it is full of dust, each grain a tiny world, each grain carrying the memory of a star that died. You feel those grains touch you, not with force, with information. They tell you the story of a supernova, of elements forged in a moment, of iron and gold and uranium scattered like seeds. And you realize that your own body is made of the same seeds. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the trace of copper in your thoughts. All of it born in a star that died long before the Earth formed. You are not visiting the past, you are returning to it. The nebula is your mother, your father, your home before home. A faint tremor passes through the gas, a wave, like a sigh. It is the echo of a gravitational ripple, a planet forming, 1 billion years ago, still vibrating in the dust. You follow the ripple. It leads you to a new system, a star like a yellow candle. And in its habitable zone, a planet, small, blue-green. But not Earth. No continents, no clouds, just ocean, everywhere. An ocean that goes down 100 kilometers to a bottom of ice, not rock, ice. And in that ice, something is alive. Not like anything you have seen, not animal, not plant. It is a pattern, a slow electrical dance. The pattern is old. It has been running for 100 million years. It does not think, it does not feel. It simply exists. A long, patient computation. You watch it for a while. You do not try to understand, you just let it be. And in that letting, you sense something, a kind of question. Not a question in words, a question in structure, like a puzzle that the universe has been solving since the beginning. The puzzle of how to become aware. You drift away from the ocean world. The pattern fades, but the question remains, hovering. You carry it with you. Now you are in a region of space that humans have mapped. They call it the Kepler field, a small patch of sky that they stared at for years. And in that patch, they found thousands of planets. One of them is orbiting a star 500 light-years away. It is slightly larger than Earth, rocky. It has an atmosphere thin enough to see through. The James Webb Telescope saw that atmosphere. It found water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, the building blocks, but not life, not yet. You approach this planet. Its star is a G-type, like our sun, but older, dimmer. The light is warm. It feels like late afternoon on a spring day. But the planet is not warm. Its surface is cold, below zero. The atmosphere is thin. The water is mostly ice. And yet, there are lakes, liquid, fed by geothermal heat. You hover above a lake. The water is dark, almost black, but it reflects the star. And in that reflection, you see something moving. Not a creature, a current, a flow of liquid that does not obey the wind. It flows upward, toward the shore. And at the shore, the ice glows. You descend lower, close enough to touch the water. You do not touch, but you feel a heat. Not from the water, from the ground below. A volcanic vent. The vent warms the ice, melts it. And in that warm, dark water, there are molecules, complex ones. Chains of carbon and nitrogen and oxygen. They are not alive, but they are almost alive. They fold, they react. They copy themselves in a clumsy, ancient way. They have been doing this for 1 billion years. You wonder if they will ever become alive. The star will die before that happens. In another 1 billion years, it will swallow this world. But the molecules do not know that. They only know to form and break and form again. You feel a strange tenderness for them. This near life, this almost. It is not tragic, it is beautiful, a chance that almost happened. You lift away, the planet recedes, the star shrinks. You are moving faster now, not with speed, with perspective. The Kepler field becomes a pinprick, then a dot, then gone. You are in a place where the galaxies are small, like dust motes in a sunbeam. Here, the universe is quiet, almost silent. The photons are old, tired. They have been traveling for billions of years. They barely have enough energy to be seen. You rest here, in this ancient light. The hum of your own body is louder than the cosmos, but even that hum is fading. You are becoming the space between things. Not nothing, but the possibility of something. A field where particles flicker in and out. And in that flickering, you sense the first rule. The rule that the universe did not have to obey, but chose to. A rule that says, at the smallest scale, nothing is certain. You have heard humans call this quantum mechanics, but the name is small, the thing itself is vast. It is the place where cause and effect become gentle suggestions. You allow yourself to become uncertain, to exist in many places at once. The sensation is like floating in warm milk, no edges. And from that blurred state, you see the universe again. not as a collection of objects, but as a single wave, a probability, a dream that the universe is dreaming about itself. You are part of that dream, and the dream is gentle. There is nothing to fear, no wrong turn, no failure, only the drift. Somewhere a red dwarf pulses. Somewhere a moon glows with dark matter. Somewhere molecules copy themselves near a volcanic vent. All of it is happening now. All of it is happening forever. And you are here, in the middle of it, resting. Let the wave take you. Let the uncertainty hold you. There is no need to return. The stars are patient. The planets are waiting. And you are exactly where you need to be. Imagine a world where the sky never changes, where the sun is always a faint red ember. No dawn, no dusk, just a perpetual twilight that wraps every canyon and every crater in a soft amber glow. This is Kepler 186f, a world 500 light-years away. Its oceans are not blue, they are a deep violet silver, because the star that feeds it is cooler than ours. The light that reaches the surface is filtered through a thin, pinkish haze. You are standing on a cliff of basalt. The rock is smooth, worn by a thin atmosphere that moves like honey. Below you, a sea of liquid methane reflects the star. The waves are slow, heavy. Each one takes a full minute to rise and fall. There is no wind, only the sound of molecules brushing against your suit. A low, steady hum that feels like the planet itself is breathing. And you realize you do not need to breathe. Not here, not yet. Somewhere in the dark side of this world, ice mountains rise. They are made of frozen nitrogen. They glitter like crushed diamonds under the light of distant galaxies. No one has ever seen them. No one will. But they exist. Perfect. Silent. We drift further, past the orbit of Kepler 186f, past a ring of dust that circles the star like a frozen halo. Now the frequency shifts. A different world, a smaller one. Gliese 581g, 20 light-years away. A world locked in a perfect embrace with its star. One side always day, one side always night. But in between, a slim band of eternal twilight. A ribbon of perpetual spring. The temperature there never changes, never drops, never rises. Water can exist, not as oceans but as mist. A permanent fog that hovers a few inches above the ground. You could walk through that mist forever and never feel wet, never feel cold. The ground is covered in a carpet of something, not moss, not lichen, something that glows faintly green in the twilight. It pulses, slowly, like a heartbeat under the soil. Let your eyes close. Let the image dissolve. You are not exploring, you are being held. The universe is a cradle, every planet a different lullaby. Somewhere a methane sea ripples, somewhere a mist glows, somewhere a cliff of basalt waits for an observer that may never come. And that is okay. Because the journey is not about arrival, it is about the space between. The dark, the quiet, the slow rotation of your own thoughts as they settle like dust in a vacuum. And as you float here, between these worlds, remember, they are not far, they are not close, they are simply here, in the same room with you, in the same breath, because distance is just a thought. So let the thought go. Let the light of red dwarfs wash over you. Let the mist of Gliese 581G wrap around your ankles. There is no need to wake. You are still here. Floating between the crimson skies of Proxima b and the frozen plains of Kepler 186f. There is no weight, no boundary between your skin and the darkness, just a slow drift, a quiet hum. The light from a distant sun, not warm, not cold, just there, touching your eyelids from a billion miles away. And in this space, between worlds, you are not a body, you are not a mind. You are a point of awareness, a single note in a chord that has been playing since before time. Feel the faint tug of a red dwarf's gravity, a gentle reminder that you belong here, not on one planet, not on another, but in the in-between. The atmosphere of Gliese 667cc, a soft hiss of hydrogen and helium, it brushes against your skin like breath. And you inhale, and you exhale. Each breath a tiny orbit, each heartbeat a pulse of starlight. There is no need to open your eyes. There is nowhere to go. The universe is not rushing. It has always been patient. And so are you. Let the silence of the void settle into your bones. Let the 432 Hz frequency hum through the spaces between your thoughts. There is no dream here, no waking, just this moment, just this stillness, and the distant glow of a Goldilocks zone. You are held, you are safe, and the stars will keep watch. But the Goldilocks zone is not just a place, it is a moment, a brief window in the life of a star, and stars, like all things, grow tired. They burn through their fuel. They swell. They fade. Let your breath match that slow expansion. Inhale for 1 billion years. Exhale for 1 billion more. The star you are watching now has lived longer than you can count, and soon it will die. But death in the cosmos is not an ending. It is a transformation. A red giant sheds its outer layers into the dark. The core collapses. And from that collapse, a white dwarf is born. Or a neutron star. Or a black hole. Imagine that. A star, once blazing with the fire of 1 million suns, now compressed into a sphere barely larger than a city. Its gravity so intense that light itself bends around it. You can feel that pull. Not with your body, but with your mind. A slow, gentle tug toward the edge of the event horizon. But we will not cross it tonight. We will hover at the boundary, where time slows to a crawl. A single second near that horizon lasts an eternity. And you have all the time in the world. Let your heartbeat settle into that rhythm. Tick, and tick again, but the tick is now a century long. You are breathing in epochs, exhaling galaxies. Look beyond the black hole. See the void between stars. It is not truly empty. It is filled with the ghost light of dead suns, photons that have traveled for billions of years, tired and red-shifted. Almost no one remembers the stars that sent them. But you are here to remember. Not the names, not the distances, just the feeling, the weight of all that spent energy, washing over you like a warm tide. And as the stars die, their matter scatters. Carbon, oxygen, iron, gold. The same elements that make your blood, your bones, your thoughts. You are a child of these dying suns, and you are still here, floating, breathing, listening. Now we move deeper into the grand scale, past the stellar nurseries, past the planetary systems, into the era when black holes are the only light. Time stretches, entropy takes its slow, patient hold. Galaxies drift apart. Stars stop forming. The universe grows dim and quiet, but not silent. Black holes hum, a low, constant note, the echo of all that was, a song that lasts for trillions of years. Let that hum become your breath again. In, out. The black hole's gravity is gentle now. It does not pull you in, it cradles you, a cosmic parent rocking you to sleep. Feel the event horizon, not as a wall, but as a threshold, a place where time stands still, where you can rest, forever. And in that stillness, the universe speaks, not in words, in pressure, in temperature, in the slow decay of matter. Protons themselves may one day dissolve, leaving nothing but photons and neutrinos. A cold, dark sea. But you are not afraid. You have already let go of time, of self, of needing to understand. You are just observing, a witness to the end of everything. And the end is peaceful. Return now to the scale of a single breath. Your lungs expand, slowly. The air is not air here. It is the vacuum between stars. But you breathe it anyway, because you are made of this emptiness too. The grand scale folds in on itself. A black hole the size of an atom, a galaxy smaller than your palm. And yet you contain it all. Your heartbeat, the pulse of a dying star. They are the same rhythm, just at different speeds. You are the Goldilocks zone. Not too hot, not too cold, just right for this moment. Listen to the silence between your thoughts. That is where the black holes are. That is where the dead stars rest. And that is where you will find peace. The journey is not about distance, it is about depth. How far down can you go? How still can you become? Until you are no longer a person, but a point of awareness, drifting through the cosmic dark. And the cosmic dark is warm. It holds you. It knows you. Because you are made of it. Let the 432 Hz frequency carry you deeper. past the red dwarfs, past the white dwarfs, into the realm where only black holes remain, each one a memory of a star, a silent monument, and you float among them. The grand scale is not infinite. It has an edge, but that edge is not a wall. It is a whisper, a gentle fade, like your own awareness right now, fading into sleep. You are safe. You are held, and the stars will keep watch, even when they are gone, even when there is nothing left but stillness. Breathe with the black holes in, out. The universe breathes with you, a slow, eternal tide, and you are the ocean. There is no need to understand, no need to remember. Just be. Be the silence. Be the dark. Be the space between breaths. The grand scale has brought you here, to the edge of all things, and you are not afraid. You are home. Close your eyes, let go, and drift. You are floating now, not in water, not in air, in something older, something that has no name, the fabric between stars. Look ahead, a point of light. It grows, slowly. Kepler 186f. A world 500 light-years away. But distance is just a thought. You are already there. The star is dim, a red dwarf. Its light spills like rust. The sky here is not blue, not black. A deep, dusty rose. Soft, like the inside of a shell. You are descending through thin clouds. They are not water, something else. Gentle crystals. They catch the star's light and scatter it. Around you a glow, like dawn inside a dream. Below, the surface. Rolling hills. Not green. A muted umber. The soil is warm. You hover just above it. Feel the heat rising. Slow. Steady. Like your own heartbeat. There is no wind. No sound. Only the hum of the planet. A low, constant note. It matches your breathing. In, out. The planet breathes with you. Look to the horizon. A river, not water. Liquid methane, perhaps. It moves without ripples. Smooth. Dark. You watch it flow. For how long? Time is not a line here. It is a circle. You are inside it. There are no trees, no animals, no birds, but there is something, a presence. You cannot name it. You do not need to. It is the planet itself, alive in its own way. Slow, silent, patient. You are not alone. but there is no one else. You are part of it. Your atoms, your breath, your thoughts, they mingle with the dark soil, with the thin air, with the rust-colored light. Now drift upward, slowly, back through the crystal clouds. The planet shrinks, becomes a dot, a memory. You carry it with you, soft, warm, like a stone from a distant shore. Another star, closer now, Proxima Centauri, its companion world, Proxima b. You have been here before. In the opening of this journey. But now you arrive again, deeper, closer to the surface. The sky burns, deep crimson, almost purple at the edge. The star is huge. It fills half the sky. A red ember, glowing, throbbing, like a slow pulse. Below, an ocean. Not water, something denser, a liquid that reflects no light. Black, smooth, endless. You hover above it. Your reflection is not there. The surface absorbs everything, even the star's light. Take a breath. The air is thin, cold, but you do not feel it. You are beyond the body now. Just awareness. Floating. Hovering. At the edge of a world. At the edge of sleep. The ocean is silent. Not a ripple. Not a sound. It has been this way for billions of years. You are the first to witness it. And the last. Because there is no time. No past. No future. Only this moment. This quiet. This dark. Let the ocean hold you. Not physically. In your mind. Its stillness becomes your own. Your thoughts slow, like the tide that never comes. You are sinking. Gently. Deeper. Into the velvet. Into the sleep. The grand scale is not about size. It is about depth. The depth of silence. The depth of peace. You have traveled light years, but the real journey is inward, to the place where worlds are born, and where they fade, where you are, always and never. Now let the last stars go. Let the planets dissolve. Let the darkness become complete. Not empty. Full. Full of what cannot be said. You are resting in it. And it is resting in you. You are floating now. Not in space. In something older, something that was here before the first star flickered. This is the place where time forgets itself, where distance becomes a whisper, where the idea of you begins to soften at the edges. Think of all the worlds we have passed. Kepler 186f, with its cold red sun hanging low like a half-closed eye. Proxima b, locked in an eternal tide, one face always burning, one face always frozen. And the others, the ones without names, the ones we will never reach. They are out there, turning, waiting, for nothing, for everything. And you, here, breathing, on a planet that is itself a grain of dust, caught in the gravity of a star that is itself a grain of dust, inside a galaxy that is itself a grain of dust. Does that make you small, or does it make you vast? Because to be part of something so unimaginably large, yet so intimately close, that is the paradox of being alive. Look down at your hands, even if you cannot see them in this darkness. They are made of atoms forged in a star that died long before Earth was born. You are not new. You are ancient, reassembled, temporary, and yet, in this moment, complete. There is a word scientists use, pale blue dot, a photograph taken from the edge of the solar system. Earth, a speck of light against the black. Every human who ever lived, every sorrow, every joy, every war, every lullaby, all of it on that one pixel. And yet, that pixel contained the whole universe for each of us. Now imagine that dot from a different angle, from the surface of a world we have never seen. If someone was standing there looking back, they would see nothing, just the black, just the emptiness, and they would not know you exist. But you do, and that is enough. Let the weight of that sink in. You are here, witnessing. That is the only duty. To witness, to feel, to let the vastness wash over you without drowning. The stars we saw, they are not gone. They are just hidden by the daylight of your own world. But out here, in this quiet, they never really leave. They hum at frequencies too low for your ears, but not too low for your bones. Feel that hum now. Deep in your chest. A vibration that has been traveling for millions of years to reach you. And when it reaches you, it stops. Because you are the destination. You are the end point of a journey that began before time. There is no need to hold on to anything. Not the names of the planets. Not the distances. Not even your own thoughts. Let them drift, like dust in the solar wind, farther and farther, until there is nothing left to hold. And then, there is only this moment, this breath, this one patch of darkness that is full of light you cannot see. You are not lost. You are found. In the only way that matters, without needing to know where you are. And now, let the silence gather again. Not a silence of absence, but of presence. The kind of silence that holds all sounds, all possibilities. all worlds, all you. Imagine drifting now toward a world where the star is so dim the sun never truly rises. It is a twilight that lasts forever. A planet called Kepler 186f. Its sky is not blue, not red, but a soft, hazy violet, like the color of a thought before it becomes a word. You are weightless here, no ground beneath you, only a thin layer of clouds that never break. They move so slowly, you cannot tell if they are moving at all. And beneath those clouds, there might be oceans. Or there might be nothing, just rock and silence. But you do not need to know. You simply float, and the planet holds you in its gentle gravity. Somewhere far away, another world orbits a star that pulses, not steadily like our sun, but with a slow, irregular beat, a heartbeat of light. And on that world, if there is life, it has learned to live in flickers, growing when the star brightens, resting when it dims, a rhythm you can almost feel in your chest. You are not moving. The planets are moving around you. You are the still point, the one who watches, the one who breathes. And the distance between you and these worlds is not measured in miles. It is measured in patience. Think of the way a snowflake falls. It takes its time. It spins. It catches the light, and then it lands exactly where it was meant to. You are that snowflake, floating through a vastness that is not empty, but full of unseen hands, full of gentle forces that guide you without touching you. There is a planet where the rain falls upward, not because of any storm, but because the gravity is so weak the water droplets rise like tiny balloons. They gather in the high atmosphere, forming silver clouds that glow. And then, slowly, they fall again. Up and down, forever. A dance between the sky and the ground. You do not need to understand. You only need to let the image settle. Like a stone dropping into still water. The ripples spread, and then they fade, and you are left with only the shape of the world in your mind. Now, let your awareness drift to a star that is older than any we know. It burns a pale orange, steady, patient, and around it, a planet that has been spinning for billions of years. No change, no seasons, just the same day repeating over and over. A world where time has stopped. And yet, you are here now, visiting it. And in this moment, time stops for you too. You can stay as long as you like. There is no schedule, no destination. Only the journey. And the journey is your breath. In, out, and the spaces between. Let the 432 Hz hum become a part of you now. Not a sound from outside, but a vibration from within. The frequency of stars. The resonance of empty space. You are made of this. You are this. And now the stars begin to dim, not because they vanish, but because you are closing your eyes. The red glow of Proxima fades into memory. Kepler's small world drifts behind a curtain of silence. Each orbit you once traced, now a gentle tide inside your chest. You've traveled so far, and the only distance left is the space between one breath and the next. Let the Goldilocks zone be your own resting place. Neither too warm, nor too cold. Just the right temperature for stillness. The 432 Hz hum is now your pulse. You hear it not with your ears, but with your bones. Your blood knows this frequency. It remembers the first light of a distant sun. You are not leaving these worlds. They are settling into you, like sediment at the bottom of an ocean. Quiet, dense, at rest. So let the last image go. That red sun, that dark ocean, that horizon you will never need to reach. Your journey is over, and it never began. You were here all along, and here is enough.